John, this time last week we were talking about recruitment and players you bought in the space of that. One came on as a sub and started a game, the others come on as a sub and scored. So overall, you must be pretty pleased with how those new lads have done.
Yeah, it's as I say, you never know when you bring people in how they're going to settle. But yeah, I was pleased. I was obviously pleased with the result on Saturday, and then to get another result on the Tuesday, making as many changes as we did against the first division team, then it's gone well. But obviously, from the Grimsby episode, then nobody's getting carried away.
When you say that, though, I suppose you've learned now the capabilities of your squad and who's up to speed and who's not, and who's capable of being able to play 2 games in a week or 90 minutes or whatever. So I imagine you've got a bit of a better idea of the physical and mental capabilities of your squad.
The main thing with Tuesday was to try and get people up to speed, the ones who'd not been playing, and it was a good game to be able to do that, and then be able to rest some of the ones who've played nearly every game from the start of the season. So it worked out well. We'll see this Saturday whether it benefits us or not, but hopefully it will. 1 or 2 will feel a bit fresher, but you know, as a player in this league or in any league, you know, you've got to be expected to play Saturday, Tuesday, really.
Are you happy with the makeup of the squad now as well, since the window's shut and you've got cover in positions I know you wanted? But overall, how happy are you with what you've got at your disposal?
Yeah, I think we've got a better balanced squad this time. You know, in nearly every position, I would say there's competition now, which wasn't the case when I came in. And the players that have played, as we saw on Tuesday, everybody's doing well. So and that's what you want as a manager. You know, I wouldn't be frightened of throwing anybody in at the moment.
You've just mentioned there about competition. From when you first arrived to what you've got now, what did you try and address, if you like, that wasn't there last year that you've got with you now?
I felt last year that there was players that I wouldn't use. Where I think of the squad now, there's not one. I'd worry about having to play. No, I thought, especially up front, I didn't think we had many options last year. We had Tom and not a great deal other than Tom, I felt, and that it showed with the amount of goals that we scored. I know it's a team performance, but there were, did we score 39 goals? So it was something obviously we had to try and address, and hopefully we've done that.
And when you come to spend your money, which is obviously the key thing in this level, was that really the priority, to try and get more goals into the team with the likes of Amu and Cullen and people like that?
Yeah, because defensively, we hadn't done too badly, so it was important, and we wanted to play and get more pace in the team and be better to watch. Hopefully that'll be the case for the rest of the season. We've done okay, and we're hoping that things are going to improve as players get used to each other and as they settle down. I think when the pitches, now the weather's changing, the pitches getting a little bit slicker. In games where the pitches have been wetter, we've played better football. So hopefully that'll help as well.
From what you expected at the start of the season, how does this first month or so compare to what your expectations were?
You don't really know what to expect, because you always need a little bit of luck at times, but the pleasing thing is the performances on the whole have been really good, and I think if you get the performances, then the results come. But no, we want as players, as the manager, we want to try and win every game. You think about where should we be as a club, and maybe we should be in a certain position come the end of the season. But the main aim is to try and achieve something, is trying to win. You go out at the start of the season thinking, why can't we get promoted? Why can't we finish top? That's your attitude that you've got to have. Whether that's realistic or not, I don't know, but that's what everybody's trying to do.
In terms of injuries then, I know you're looking to try and get Reece Brown more involved. Where are we up to with Manny as well? Because I know a lot of people are wondering where he's up to with his injury.
Yeah, Reece's training. He's back in full-time training now, and he's looking sharp. Manny's still a little bit behind. The pleasing thing is that maybe last season we'd had to rely on Manny quite a bit. We've done well without him, and we haven't missed him a great deal. So hopefully that'll continue. But we'll be a stronger squad, obviously, if he's fit.
Clean sheet at home the other night as well. Now getting a clean sheet away from home is I imagine a priority, because that's where you're going to pick up some tough points over the course of the season.
Yeah, that's what, when you go out, you always say, don't you, if you get a clean sheet, you've got at least a point. So it's important that we get a lot of clean sheets over the season to pick up those vital points that we'll need. But yeah, the last couple of games really, Scott's not had a great deal to do. Well, that wasn't the case last season. Every game he was keeping us in the matches. So if that continues, then we'll be in a good position.
But how are things looking ahead of going to Newport? I know you watch the videos and prepare and everything. What have you taken from the last few games that will help prepare you for Saturday then?
For ourselves, then the main thing for us is that we've got more or less a full squad to pick from. Where I don't think that's the case for Newport. Obviously Newport is strong and probably one of the strongest teams in the league. But I think they got one out on international duty and 2 or 3 injuries. So it might be a decent time to play them, because come the end of the season I expect Newport to be up there at the top.